My six-way story is on CLC reservations. So the wasted employee genius would be the time spent trying to figure out how to do it. We have the SOPs, but like the time to go and come over here, go to the SOP, find it, and then look it up, read through it, and everything like that. Also, too, the problem is, so most of y'all done the trainings on this and everything. Me and Tracy have not, which then turned to find out when I had a situation, found out that the training was done wrong. Apparently, or I don't know all the details. But taking all that time, so my situation with a lady had called twice and then another person had called, all from CLC, trying to figure this out. And they didn't specifically tell me that we weren't registered for them to do it, because it says training, we have to see the guest right here before. The SOP says you have to see the guest before you can make it on ResNexus. And they were saying they could not find it. Or they weren't able to make the reservation and everything. Well, I didn't know all the details. I found out later that you weren't afterwards when I decided just to look at the SOP just to see if maybe I could figure it out myself. And because I told them I'm not usually at this one. I am not one that's diverse in CLC reservations. So there's a lady coming later that does deal with this. She is one that normally works here and everything. And yes, by the time when April got there that day, it was literally, she clocked in. I didn't even really get to talk to her and explain it much before the phone was ringing. So that it's just taking all that time, holding up our phone. Another customer guest could be calling, trying to make reservations, confirm reservations, all kinds of things. Underutilized technology is, we're underutilizing the CLC program itself, in my opinion, with me not knowing how and not seeing it, them not being able to, which is, Crystal did not know that, and she was just trained how it says online, and so she didn't know that we were all being trained wrong. Under communication and delayed feedback, yet again, it's the under communication between the people there and us, and them with their training on here, like where it says the support and training. Obviously, if that's how it tells you to do it, if that's not correct, then there needs to be better communication there, and they need to have the proper things. And two, they needed to communicate with us that we were not, I don't know the technical terms, but we were not allowed to, or they're not allowed to make those reservations because we were not registered as a hotel on their thing, or I don't know the technical terms. But anyways, so that would be the under communication part, is not knowing that we're onto that, and then the delayed feedback is the delayed feedback of me finding that stuff out and everything. April, I didn't have to deal with it as much as April had to. She had to deal with the lady who, from what I heard, was not nice and was very hateful, which in turn I found out apparently those people are. And then the defects is not being able to do the CLC reservations, because that can bring us a lot of business, and we're supposed to be set up to do it, so then we should. Overprocessing is the going back and forth with CLC that not only I did, because they called a few times and I just didn't know, could not figure it out, and I honestly did not think about the SOP at first. And I told them, I'm not one that usually deals with it. And they were okay with dealing with waiting for somebody that usually does. And then all the going back and forth April had to deal with them, of trying to figure out, hey, no, we're not supposed to do this. Well, why? And everything like that. And finding out, hey, we're not on the list, and that, hey, we were trained, or the training that they show online is wrong, and everything else. The being difficult to do business with is not knowing we were not set up right, or however it was, and it makes it us difficult to do business with, because they are fighting to be able to make those reservations, to put it on our CLC so we can do it, and they're not being able to. So it makes us difficult to do business with, and possibly losing the business of the CLC lodging, which does bring us business. And to do that, I mean, we don't want to lose the people that do come through that. And then that would be my 6-way story, guys.